So now we're looking at 2.1b. We're going to discuss some trends and estimate values. Okay, so not everything lines up on those perfect lines. So you're going to have to learn how to actually pick out some points. So the first thing is interpolate. It means to estimate between known values. So if I look at the graph below here, and if I try to estimate at 4 weeks, right there, it's in between two known values, so that's called interpolate. If I'm looking at extrapolating, that's to estimate values that are behind or beyond the range values. So if I was going to estimate at 12 weeks, right, out here at 12 weeks, that's beyond any known data. That would be extrapolating, okay? So broken line graphs make us discover patterns, and so we can see that the growth of the bean plant was going extremely fast, and then it slowed down at the 11 week. So you'll notice when I did my estimating here at 11 at 12 weeks, I didn't put it way up high. I just kind of went, okay, this is what the graph is looking. Oh, it looks like here. Maybe the next week might be a little bit higher, but it's roughly staying very similar. It's not like here between 3 and 4 weeks where I can estimate with that dotted line thing, right? So when I estimate with interpolation, it's a little easier because I have that dotted line to follow. But when I extrapolate, a little harder because there's no dotted line out there. Okay, so David forgot to record the height of the bean plant in week 4. Use the graph to interpolate the height of the plant. Well, if we're putting it right there, so if we read here right at 4 weeks, sorry, a little interruption there. We're going to use right here, if I look each line, um, 20 to 30, each line would be 5. So this line would be 25. It looks like it's right in the middle, maybe a little bit below, so maybe 22 centimeters or 23 centimeters. Now when we're estimating, there's not a perfect answer. So if you said 22.5 or 22 or 23, those are all good answers. White might be the height of the week in week 12. So if we look here, it looks like it's leveling off. So I might say 40 centimeters or 41. Write a statement describing the trends in the bean's growth from week 0 to week 11. So it started off a little slow, then it peaked. After week 2, it started growing really fast, rapidly to week 5, and then through week 5 to week 9, it slowed down a little bit, and then at week 9 to week 11, it really has slowed growth. Now, you can see that in C here, this is where they gave their answer. Slightly different than mine, but very, very close. When you're reading a graph, it's really how you're doing. There's answers that are close to the similar thing that would be appropriate. But if you told me that it wasn't growing very much in the first 0 to 5 weeks, that would be an incorrect statement. So there are wrong answers, but there's a few great answers. Okay, so you're going to work on your build your skill here. Okay, make sure you do all your build your skill. And then we're going to pop back into example 4 here in just a little bit.